So these are what these fog lights look like now. I'm about to start on them. As you can see, they're heavily oxidized. We're going to be doing some wet sanding and some buffing on them today. I'm going to try to start off with an 800 grit, work up to a 1200, 15, and 2000. But if I have to go down to very lightly 320 grit first, we may have to do that just to get it even and then build it back up from there. And so let's get started. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I actually did go down. Did go down to the 320, and you got to be careful because very quickly it'll put some deep marks in your plastic there. But I'm working those out now with my 800. I have a slight gap from 320 to 800, so it's going to take a lot more work for this to come out, those scratches to come out, because I'm going to have to kind of, instead of going to a 500 first or something else, in between, I'm jumping a pretty large gap. So I'm going to keep working these until I see those dark, deeper scratches from the 320 come out. I should have more of a haze as I continue to go, but as I build, that haze should go away. And of course, we're going to wheel this to give it the correct finish once it's all done. But yeah, still definitely have some lines from the 320. Be very careful with that. It's just I had some stains that just didn't seem to want to come out. And so that's what we're doing now with the 800. Then we'll go 1,000. Then we'll go 12. And then we will go 15 and 2,000. But those will be a lot quicker than these first couple coats to get down to the Discovery. So at a certain point, if you let it dry, it's going to look like this. It's going to look hazy because there's obviously things in residue that you've rubbed off that's there. Even if you rub it, it's still going to look dull. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's fine. We're going to keep going to 1,500, then we're going to do 2,000. After that, we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to put a compound on it and wheel this sucker back to life. So now what you have here is a pretty consistent haze, which means that we are even on most of our surfaces. So now we're ready for a little show glass McGuire's. You can see that there. We're going to apply it to this Wheeler medium pad. We're going to be very, very careful starting off with this, as we always are. Spread it around evenly around the pad. This is going to mainly go on the tip, but we're going to still put it around the pad. And then we're going to connect the pad. Let's connect fan or AC. And then we're going to connect up. But before we do anything, I'm going to kind of spread our product here a little bit around everything. And I can tell I might have to go back and straighten this up a little bit more. This is a good first run. I always start lowest setting first on one. I use a wheeler just to get the product in. Perfect. Making sure the product gets in there good. Now we'll kick it up to a 2. Give us a little bit more. Now we're getting C sign. I'm gonna go 3. I don't know if I'll go 4 because this is again a plastic, but let's get it going good here. Make sure we got it. All right, that's a good little, good start. Way better. And we're going to leave it at a 3. I'm not going to go any more this time. I'm going to play cautious and leave as is. And as you look now, that's a brand new light. Let's compare it with the other one I'm about to do now. Look how hazy that is and terrible. Brings the car back to life. Knowledge. You can't trade it for anything. So just finishing the other side, we can see a very clean light that still needs to be just toweled off and wiped off. But the difference is insane. It is insane. So let's get this tape off, let's get this car cleaned up, and let's see the final on this. So this is the end result. It looks good. That looks really, really good for used sandpaper and some McGuire's swivel remover. Again, don't be afraid. This car paved the way for this car. This car taught me how to sand, wet sand, do everything. Gave me the confidence to work on this car.